All right, everyone. Welcome back to FeatherFall Tabletop Gaming's The Gateway Wars D&D campaign. Homebrew here. Got a couple of announcements to make before we get into our game and our full introductions. FeatherFall Tabletop Gaming just got 1,600 followers on Twitter, so we just made a major milestone. As always, our sponsors help make this show possible. We've got Skull Splitter Dice. If you need a nice set of gaming dice with some beautiful customization, Skull Splitter Dice has got a wide variety at your disposal. I've got several members here that I know in my Star Wars game that I play. Almost the entire crew have Featherfall Dice now, so or not Featherfall, Skull Splitter Dice now. So it's become a bit of a theme for us. And also the Found Familiar Coffee. If you want to get your caffeine fix for your morning, or like me, evening and night, the Found Familiar Coffee is a good brew. Highly recommend it. So go ahead and check that out. All right, and let's do just quick introductions. So in case we have any new watchers, Steven, how about you go first?
How's it going? My name's Steven the Demon. I'm playing a warlock question mark. Yes, I am playing a warlock. My name is Turquoise Fredrickson. I'm a lizard folk who's just out here vibing, living life, just trying to get from point A to point B. I don't like to make a big thing of it. I think at the end of the day, that's who I am. I'm just a Grateful Dead following real LSD in the parking lot of an abandoned Walmart kind of guy. And I feel like that's who I'm bringing to my character. You know? And, you know what? I feel like we've gotten to know me. Let's move on.
All right, let's move on. Marlo.
Hi, everybody. I'm Marlo. I am playing Ariana tonight. Ariana is the bard. She is a bard of the College of Nightmares, and we just got to 3rd level last episode, so Ariana is getting into some dark things as a bard. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to play, and thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Aaron or Art.
Hi, I'm Arturo. Call me Art. I am playing a half-elf pugilist named Aaron Turnbuckle Thackett. He ain't very smart, but that's all right. All you need to understand is he likes to hit things. That's all he's actually good at. Anything else, you'll get to understand why that's all he's good at.
All right, and Styx.
Thelgris Eventide, Twilight Cleric. May Shah watch over you.
Direct, simple, love it. And I'm Harvey Barrel. I'm the storyteller and game master for this evening. And in my corner over here, I've got Smash, who's the co-GM and note taker. Currently unable to speak. Nothing serious. Just but I have been asked to read our little synopsis from last time. Everyone decided to go west thanks to the convincing by Turquoise. Aaron fell into a ravine and the group had to rescue him, and then they built a raft to travel upriver. Turquoise shared his grand quest, and the group agreed to help him. Aaron then experimented with some mushrooms and passed out, falling into the river again. After rescuing him again, they continued upriver. They stopped for a night, and Aaron was lured by a dryad to the dying forest, where the group engaged in combat until he snapped out of it, and after talking with her, they let her go. That's a nice little paraphrasing. Yeah. So, last you had left after frightening away the dryad with the promises of forest fire. You were then directed to where the path to the keep was at, and it had that trail of the special mushrooms, the purple mushrooms that Turnbuckle had consumed earlier. You guys had finished your rest, and so if you all would like to have a long rest, Please do. Please fill up on all your slots, spells, and what have you. And you are at the base of the hill, at the edge of the forest line that leads to your destination.
Which way now, Turquoise?
Well, from what I understand, it should be up at that large old fort. Again, the cultists needed somewhere that they were able to hide from their religious persecution.
There's nothing persecuting about religion. What are you talking about?
No. They weren't persecuting with their religion. They were being persecuted because of their beliefs. They didn't really vibe with everyone else around them. The surrounding area was a lot of closed-minded individuals who didn't quite believe in the good word of Bast. You know, it happens. Unfortunately, it happened to them. And that's why they died out. Anyways, according to the research, once we get to the fort, we'll find the answers we're looking for. Or death, one of the two. Probably answers, though. Whee! And I'm going to start walking down the path.
Can I, like, roll some insight on that?
You can definitely roll some insight. Can you roll some deception there, Steven? For those of you at home who don't realize, last session, Steven told this grandiose tale of bullshit. And it went over well.
Not! It was nothing but truth! Ah, fuck.
Alternative facts.
Ah, fuck.
Tell me more.
I hope Ariana's a goddamn idiot. Are you a goddamn idiot, Ariana? Please tell me you are.
I rolled a 10, so only a moderate idiot.
An average.
8.
Okay, so as he's like telling the story and he's talking about, oh, they're getting the religious persecution and all this and all that, you know, it sounds a lot like he's speaking like talking points, like it's almost too well rehearsed is almost kind of how it sounds coming out of him. So you do feel that there's something hinky in what he's saying. You can't really pinpoint what part he was necessarily lying about, but you do feel that there is definite jankiness.
I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to watch him a little harder.
Keep your eyes on the show, honey.
Speaking of eyes on the show, since you're leading the party, what is the marching order of our intrepid adventurers?
Well, I'm just heading off the pack. I mean, whatever, however they want to follow suit. I mean, that's them. You know.
I'll be close behind. Second.
What a hero! I like this guy.
Leading lizards.
A Turquoise Ferguson memoir.
I would read that, actually.
I think Ariana is going to try to walk beside Turnbuckle and just be like, just try to talk to him on the way up.
Okay,
and
so you got a T formation.
Yeah. So, Aaron, So I wanted to have a discussion about what happened last night.
About the lady that wanted to, do that thing. Still weird.
Well, I think we found out that her intention wasn't what we thought her intention was. But I did want to say, I know you're young, and I know you spent a lot of time near your father's place, and I don't know how much interaction you've had with the outside world, but I just wanted to let you know, sometimes people are trouble, and especially beautiful women, or women that appear beautiful.
Like my mom.
Oh.
I don't know your mother. So I can't speak to her dangerousness, but I take it at your word that she's beautiful.
She's dangerous. You should
Oh.
see her. My God, she got like 10 swords, 3 bows, couple axes. She also was a leader of an army, so she's pretty dangerous. But
Oh.
she's nice.
Well, see, proves the point. Beautiful, dangerous. So I just wanted to warn you, and just out here, there's a lot of things that pretend to be beautiful women in the world. You know, you got things like sirens, or, you know, just like what we ran into last night. These things, they prey on your desires, if you will. And they come for you, and they will do things like steal your soul or eat your flesh or use your bones to pick their teeth. Sometimes I've even heard of them making necklaces of ears. It's a thing. So just be careful.
It's kind of unnecessary for them to want to do that, but I'm gonna. I just want to do an insight check.
And what are you trying to insight yourself like?
If she's just telling me ghost tales like my mama used to do.
You want to see if she's fibbing or not? Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll insight there. And you're being truthful there, right? So if you want to roll like persuasion,
That's a 4.
11.
I mean, she sounds like she knows what she's talking about. She's very like straightforward and you know, seems to be coming from an honest place. At least the tone points that direction.
Well, you do remind me kind of like my mama, because you are kind of like have the same kind of personality slightly, you know. But so I trust you, and I'll try to stay close by, try not to go away, because I got things to do, and I don't want to, you know. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But also, do you have a belt? Belt? You have a belt? I need a little belt. I need to like tie my pants just in case, you know, maybe someone wants to try to do that again. I want to make sure I tie up my belts and no one can try to take it off.
No, but we can probably buy one at the next settlement we find. I thought you were asking for something else. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that might help. I don't know. I don't know what you're into. Look, you're a kid. I don't know what you're into. That's up to you. That's your business. So,
while they're having their conversation, can I pull Sticks aside a little bit? Kind of fall back and talk to him?
Sure. So now you're both like walking abreast, like spaced away from each other. What's the distance between the two groups right now? Since you're trying to do this out of earshot, I'm assuming.
No, this one I don't necessarily care if it's in earshot. Okay. This one I'm okay with.
Would you guys say like 10 feet difference, like ahead of you?
Probably. I'm walking pretty brisk. I got places to be.
You're like a old person in a mall.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely a sales going on at Macy's. On like, you know, slacks with a little bit of stretch in the waistband. That's what we're going. That's the walk I'm hitting right now.
You got the extra like hip movement when going down. Okay.
Oh yeah. Hey, say there, Sticks. Or sorry, I'm not using the right name. Say there, Thalgris. Do you have any experience with dealing with dark magic?
I only deal in dark magic.
Oh, okay. Well, that could. Now, do you have any experience with maybe ancient dark magic?
I mean, my mistress is very old.
Okay. Well, I just feel like you might be the guy, you know, who comes through for us at the end. You know, when we get to this place. I don't know what kind of magic. I don't know what I don't know what's going to be there. But, you know, this is an old cult, so, you know, I just want to see, you know, where you're at and all this. and I'll see if the others have any experience with this, more eldritch magic. I think we should probably call it from here on out for simplicity's sake. But I just from what I was able to gather from us for the past few days, I figured you'd be the guy to maybe come to and talk about it first. So knowing that you have experience with dark magic, it's put me at ease, and I feel like we're better off with you here.
Eldritch, you say? That's different to what I was talking about. I was talking about nighttime, when it's dark.
Oh. So I'm gonna take it that changes your answer a smidge, huh?
Just a smidge.
Okay. Well, just a heads up, I'm pretty sure we're walking into a bit of some dark magic here. And not eldritch magic here. And just want to keep you in the loop, letting you know what's going on.
At that point, I'll start saying prayer to Shah just under my voice, not to be heard.
Roll religion, please.
I'd like to fall back to Marlowe and Art real quick.
15.
All right. So as you kind of lower your head during your silent march and start offering your prayer, you hear a faint feminine whisper. He keeps secrets. Watch yourself. Your Stephen, you said you fell back to discuss with the other two.
I'm just talking to Marlowe and Art. So I just kind of walk up and I go, hey, just doing a bit of a head count on this one. Do any of you have any experience with like eldritch magic out of curiosity? A darker form of magic, perhaps?
You mean like tentacles and like deep ones and like things like that?
Potentially, yeah. I'm trying to keep our bases covered. So anything that might not be wizardly, or you go to the town square, you see old Jim making 3 balls in a cup disappear. Anything that isn't that, if you got experience with it, lay it on the table. I want to make sure we know our strengths going into what we could be walking into right now.
Balls and cups are not my forte.
That's fair.
Marlo, if you'd like, you can do a history or arcana or religion check. I mean, you're the bard, so a lot of the things that you've just been slipping out, I'm like, that's totally fair because of the wide variety of little knowledge that you would have.
21 arcana.
Okay. Yes, you do know that there's like when referring to eldritch, it is definitely a more from creatures known as outsiders, that are known to tap individuals for deals of power.
When I'm talking about the eldritch magic, my hands are shaking a little bit, and I'm very clearly trying to stop them from shaking.
Constitution save.
Okay. 15 in total.
Okay. You start shaking, and you kind of like grab onto your hand, and you do start to steady yourself. But that anxiety you're feeling is starting to rise, and that anxiety might not be coming directly from you.
Oh.
Can I try to notice this? Him sort of steadying himself here?
Sure. Do an investigation check.
Can I do the same?
Yes, everyone who wishes to give it an attempt, you can do an investigation check.
21 again.
Yes, you definitely notice. Like, oh, he seems nervous, very nervous.
Do you?
So I got a 5.
Do you?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I was gonna
Go
say,
ahead.
you have noticed some really pretty looking flora. Oh, hey, this one's not as dried up like the other ones. This one's kind of pretty. It's actually got color.
So I think Ariana at this point would give him a look and say, is there a particular reason you want to know if any of us know Eldritch magic? You look a little nervous.
It's the you know what? Cards on the table. It's the old fort. All right. The cult is old, and research suggests from the oldest texts that maybe they didn't practice the safest magic, and maybe they had some ties to some otherly world creatures, and that may have affected the types of things that they're leaving behind to make sure we can't get what it is I'm looking for. Just as a non-specific idea that I'm having, maybe a little.
Okay. Well, my magic is kind of a specialization in like manipulating folks. So,
how does it do against potentially all dead cult bodies?
I actually know quite a bit about undead, at least.
Oh, that could be useful. Okay. Oh, write that down. Write that down. I don't have anything to write down with, but I'm just talking out loud. Just think, I used to be part of a wizarding school, and I'm gonna flash the little like symbol I would have on my robes and be like, little wizard school. We took notes on everything. It's kind of a holdover,
Do you think if you put more words in something that we'll believe you more?
Potentially, theoretically, the studies and the suggestion of it suggest that technically, the more I talk, the more you're inclined to believe me. However, at this point, I'm just trying to warn you about what's in that fort. If you don't want to believe me, I don't want to hear it when you take a blast to the face from some eldritch magic that you weren't prepared for. All right? At the end of the day, we all agreed that what we find in there, we're splitting even, right? We're all going to get the sight of Bast at the end of this as long as things go correct. You act like I'm trying to do something to you here. Don't relax. If you don't trust me, tie up my hands.
If we're walking into a place with undead and eldritch magic, how would tying up your hands? Potential eldritch magic. Why would I tie up your hands? That would be the most useless thing ever. Unless you're bringing us there to sacrifice us to this eldritch thing. That's not what it is, right?
I'm pretty sure that wouldn't do anything, but again, I'm kind of going off old books here, and on top of that, between you and me, I'm pretty sure Thalgris would kill me. But I mean, he's a monster of a man. I mean, just look at him. If he wanted to, he could probably lift a small mountain.
He's a quite a formidable individual, I will say.
So just off a base instinct here, I'm not going to kill all of you. You know what I mean? Maybe maybe Aaron Jr., but I mean, even that, it's going to take a minute.
You hear from the distance, look at the flowers like, did y'all call my name?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Comes back with just like a small bouquet.
All right, so this one's for you. I'm giving it one to Thalgris, and then one to. I'm breaking the line, and one to the. I give the smallest one that I found to the littlest guy, and then
that's fair.
The then the nicest one to my new travel mommy. Be that's her.
That's a nickname right there.
Travel
Mommy.
I'll take it.
Damn.
I take the flower and look at it perplexed, and then look back at Aaron, and then back at the flower, and then
Pretty.
tuck it right behind my ear on the left side.
You look nice.
Thank you. Anyway, wizard, I don't trust you. I'm watching
Well, we
you.
established that.
And whatever happens here, I'm holding you accountable for it.
I mean, you agreed to follow, but fair enough.
Under pretenses I don't believe might be true. But hey.
Well, then it was real weird of you to follow me. And with that, I'm going to head back up to the front of the line.
I'm just going to glare at him as he walks away.
As you continue your ascend, after your insights and shenanigans, everyone please make a perception check.
That's a natural 20 for a 22.
13.
10.
Oh, it's perception, right? So we got a 15.
Nice. Okay, so as you've been traveling along, and you're trying to like keep the path to get to the keep, Thalgris, you've been in steady meditation and religious prayer, and your footfalls are perfect. You are walking a guided path, and you are sure that you are along the path. And Art, you obviously notice, like you kind of look around, like, oh yeah, there's still more mushies over here and over there. Starting to get more dense, starting to get thicker. Just like more patches of it, or longer stretches of patches of it. Not like anything excessive or creepy. It's just like, oh, there's just more fungi around.
Can I pocket a couple?
Sure. The same purple mushroom that you have consumed before. Consulting a book on just a moment. Yes. Okay, yes.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna eat it just yet.
I'll take that.
All right. I need to know everyone's passive perception now.
12.
10. No, wait, no, hold on. Yeah, okay, yeah. 10.
11.
13.
13. All right. So 13 was the threshold you needed. As you're all traveling up the path, Turquoise is up in the lead, kind of like, yeah, I know where I'm going. While Styx is right behind him, with eyes closed and head down. And Art's doing Art's thing, but Ariana kind of you just, there's that kind of uneasy feeling, like when you go into a tavern and you can already tell by, like, maybe it's some of the clientele or maybe it's a dirty look here or there, but when you walk into a tavern and this is a bad feeling, like there's going to be a bar brawl that's going to break out, like you get that spider sense tingle. You're kind of feeling that right now, like something isn't right and something might go down.
Why did I follow this lizard out here?
But that's the extent of what you feel as you continue traveling on. You start to see through breaks in between some of the tree line as you've been going up the path. The trees, not only have they been dried out now, they're now starting to look withered. Like no foliage at all upon their branches, just skeletal hands reaching up from the ground. The mushrooms look plusher. They look fuller. There's now some of these mushrooms are starting to get to like the height of like your calf line, as opposed to just like, you know, being underfoot. Now they're starting to like get, you know, some size and mass to them. You start to see the keep come into focus. You're not too far now, and you see that it's very dilapidated by centuries of erosion and wear and tear. There's pillars smashed down. There's no roof whatsoever upon this building. The walls are half caved in. And there's a big set of ironwood double doors at the front that look slightly ajar. And when you guys are finally getting a good grasp and scope and good surveillance of this keep, you guys hear actually it's Ariana hears snapping of twigs behind you.
What was that? Turn around to look.
There's literally a goblin, like in the middle of the path behind you, like he was trying to cross the road and stepped on the one lone twig. And the gobbo is dressed in some sort of, it looks like a formal gambeson or gambeson's not the word, tabard, like an actual like military tabard over the front, like draped over him with just a cord of rope. Like there's and maybe like a little pouch. There's like nothing else to this little guy. But the tabard is rather gunked up. It's kind of covered in some purple goos. It's obviously been damaged and dirtied, and the goblin himself looks rather war-torn and haggard.
You there? What are you doing?
Does anyone speak goblinoid?
I don't speak that language.
Can I approach him?
You can approach him, and for every step you take forward, he takes like a step back.
I put my hands up, and I'm like, oh, hey, we're good. I'm going to reach into my bag, and I am going to remove a. Is that what I think it is? Hold on. Okay. Yes. Okay, hold on one sec. I'm going to take out a sickle and offer it to him.
Describe the offering.
I place it in my open palm, so I'm like very clearly like, oh hey, yeah, I'm like, oh here you go, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, here, and I'm going to then get down on one knee, so I can still probably hop up relatively quickly, and just kind of hold it outstretched, and then I will motion to it with my head a few times, place it in the dirt, and then step back with my hands up, and then nod to it again and take 2 steps back. And then repeatedly and very slowly say, offer, treasure, offer, treasure.
Offer, Do a performance.
Treasure.
Do a performance check and a persuasion check. And
Performance is a 12 plus. Let me see. Hold on. 12 plus. Let me see. Performance. 12 plus. So that's a 14 for performance, and then a persuasion is gonna be a. Fuck. Oh, that's a nat 1 plus 4.
So, okay, your message conveys rather well. You can tell that, but totally not convinced. And you step away, and he inches forward a little bit, and then like just kicks his foot out, and just like kind of grabs it with his toe while keeping an eye on you, and just kind of drags it with between his big toe, like a prehensile toe, like an orangutan, just like pulls the sickle back, and then picks it up and. So very
question,
timid.
Is the goblin? Is the goblin focusing only on our little friend over here?
Yes, he is in the back of your entire party, and so he does have sight on all of you.
I would like to put my hand to my chest and say, "Friend," and then point to the fort and say, "Home." Home? Home. Home, you little goddamn green toe jam. Sorry. Home. Home.
Give me another performance check.
All right, performance, that's the +2. 17 plus 2.
So, he understands your message. Bruga? Bruga?
Home.
And he just turns and starts booking it down the trail, just runs.
Okay. That was informative. I turn to the group and I go, "That was informative."
Should I go get him?
No,
Or
no,
should
no.
I
I don't
leave?
care about the sickle. We do have important information. There is a militant group of goblins who are not only able to kill people with uniforms, they are clearly organized enough to know that they should all be wearing them. Now, they also refuse to go anywhere near the fort, which I think we can all agree backs up my theories a little bit. I think that those traps are still active. Or something is living there.
So those little guys over there are just scared, right? But then why are we going if they're scared? If you're saying that they're good enough to fight someone like that, and then they still want to come over here, are you making us come over here? I'm confused. Why? Do you want us to die?
No! I want the sight of Bast! That's all I want!
So you just want to look at him?
Yes!
Why don't you do it?
But with a really fancy eyeball!
But you already got 2.
Bast's is just a really nice eyeball, and I really want it!
I just nod and walk over back to my travel mommy.
So,
He's weird.
Yeah, so we're walking towards whatever the goblin is afraid of.
yes. You're approaching, and you are within like 30 feet of the dead keep. You do see that the big double doors are there, and they're slightly ajar, and it's opened about wide enough that Thalgris could fit sideways. So
Can
maybe turquoise would be able to just slip through without having to like inch through, but it is like narrowly opened. But you
Can
all
I
can
approach
fit.
the wood doors and just place my hands on them?
Sure, go for it.
Okay, I want to do that, and then let me go ahead and I'm going to turn to the group and just say, hey, I'm going to detect magic real fast.
All right.
And yes.
So you cast detect magic.
Yes, but I don't think that there's any way that I can message you this fast enough. I don't know detect magic. Now, I'm gonna have to sell this.
Yes. Okay. I love it. I love it. Love everything about it.
Yeah, I was trying to text you real fast. I cannot detect magic, but I don't think I was gonna get it off in time. That being said, what I would like to do is I have. Oh, that could work. Hold on, let me think about this.
He has chaos, everyone, as always.
This is this is a smart move, especially because one of the party might try to kill me if I do it wrong.
I like how everyone kind of
Okay,
got a look
hold
on their face like, ooh, is it me? Like,
okay, hold on. Okay. Is this really what I'm gonna go with? I feel like that's a real bad one to go with. Can I use... Yeah, F it. I'm going to use Frostbite, and as I place my hands on the door, I'm actually going to cast Frostbite on the door, hopefully making a large circle of ice.
okay, all right. Since you are, let's see, frostbite. Let me double check on that spell. Is that a, let's look it up.
It's not
A con saving throw.
necessarily-
So all inanimate
That is.
objects automatically fail their saving throws. So yes, you automatically touch and cast your spell, and it goes off without a hitch, and you create a circle of ice spreading from your hand along the door frame.
I would like it to also encase my hand. I understand I will probably take damage.
It's flavor. I'll let you have it.
Okay. I'm now going to pull my hands away and go, ah! Yeah! Yeah! Oh! Ah! I need a stick! I need a stick! I'm going to then go into the forest, get a stick, and hold on, I gotta look up this exact rune. Hold on, I have it starred. Give me a sec. Click and...
So an interesting thing happens
Loading.
though. As soon as you take your hand off the door, the ice immediately recedes and there's no trace of it.
Perfect. I am then going to... I'm grabbing the stick from the forest, and outside of the wall that I just touched, I am going to hold my hand near the wall and just kind of walk up and down it a little bit, like I'm feeling it out. I'm really feeling this out.
Ooh.
And when I find what I consider to be the hot spot on the ground, I'm going to draw a trapezoid, and in the trapezoid is going to be an intricate spiral that in the center of which will have an eye. Underneath the trapezoid are two upside down triangles. In the first one is a similar eye, but in all three corners, and the other triangle will simply have a line through it, making a cross.
Performance check.
Okay.
Can we, like,
This
for
is
just a
plus
second?
2?
Yeah.
What's a 6? I mean, I'm really selling the shit out of this, my guy. Are we gonna?
I feel like a lot's happened here.
Yep,
I
yep,
would like
please.
to respond to some
Please,
of it.
yes.
If at all possible.
100%.
Ariana is watching him incredibly close. Every move he makes, eyeballs on him. She is sensed this deception earlier. She is a very intense person,
Okay.
and so she's like a watchdog. So when he says he announced he was gonna cast detect magic.
Yes.
That seems a little fishy.
Do
to
you
Ariana.
have detect magic?
No.
Okay. You can make an insight check or an arcana check. And anyone else who wishes to do observation, if you are looking in just as intently, you're more than welcome to.
Are there obviously like large holes, gaping holes on the walls or anywhere?
So all of the dilapidation seems to be coming more from the top down. So there aren't any like holes that are eye level, like kind of like the background image I have for our game here. It's like it's all broke and crenellated, and there's like stuff has fallen from the top inward and outward, but there's no holes. Like if you wanted to actively look inside, you would have to climb up the walls to look over the top where the missing roof was. Or missing roof is.
So can there's no like glass or anything on the first floor or anything like that?
No glass at all.
I'm gonna go over and punch a wall.
Go ahead and just roll me your roll an attack with damage, and Ariana.
But I'm not punching it hard. I'm just punching it like to see if I could find any weak like wood. I'm not punching it. I'm just like basically tapping it. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay. Give me an investigation roll. Thalgris, is there anything that you wish to do while you're seeing everyone else kind of investigate and or sketching in the ground?
9.
I did roll an insight myself, and I rolled a 17, so that's a 21.
I rolled Arcana for 17.
Man, no one trusts you, boy.
All right, so you cast your spell upon the door, and it spreads out, and it spreads over your hand, and you pull it away, and you're like, oh damn, and you're like, and then you start to like run over, like, I need a stick, and Ariana and Thalgris, you guys both kind of exchange a look. Like, that was obviously not the spell that he said. Like, it was, like, really obvious. Though I can't say that yet. I'm sorry. Can I get a performance check from Steven?
Yeah.
And Art, while this is happening, you're like in the background while they're all in the foreground having this happen. You're in the background, kind of like ding, 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 and everything seems to be just really just sturdy as a rock. Like there is a reason that these sections of building that are left are still standing. It's because they were the most secure. Steven.
Oh, that was a 10.
Yes, you guys exchanged that look, and he is definitely full of shit.
I'll turn to Ariana and just be like,
I've seen people cast that before, and they did it much differently than that.
Yeah, it looked like frostbite to me.
Yeah, I don't know that spell, but definitely wasn't detecting any magic. I'd be prepared.
Yeah, definitely.
Turnbuckle, you can't find anything that isn't as solid as everything else, and you come back and you see that Steven or Turquoise has come back and he's been drawing. It looks like a toddler's doodle.
How dare you?
It looks like, when like you're just like, I'm gonna grab an Etch-a-Sketch and just kind of just twist randomly and see what comes up. Your art roll was real bad. So he's like, "Oh yes, let me try. And by the eye of Boston." And it just looks like a kid playing in the dirt.
I don't want to squat down and be like, "Hey, you're pretty good. What's this for?"
My hands are frostbitten. I can't control the stick that well. I'm trying to get a blessing from Bost so we can maybe enter.
How'd your hand get frostbitten? It ain't that cold.
I think that cast or detect magic spell did something with the wall. I'm not sure. This place is cursed.
You know what? I think you're right.
Why would the goblins be
But-
afraid of it if I wasn't?
So then why are we here? I'm still
Because
confused on that. You
there is
want
a
to
great
look up
power
at
here.
things. That's great. Oh, yeah, I'm assuming that now at this point, but if little guys are scared of it, and well, you're bringing us here. You know what?
Mhm.
You do your thing. I'm gonna go talk to Mama. I mean, not Mama. I mean, the
Freudian
didn't hear
slip.
that. Okay, did not hear that. Okay.
Okay, I didn't hear nothing.
Then I just walk over to Ariana.
And so when Aaron comes up to you guys had just finished your kind of like the end of your conversation of like, yeah, that doesn't seem like the right spell. That doesn't seem like it's like that was obviously frostbite. And then Aaron comes walking up.
What's he doing over there?
He did a picture. It looks kind of like a star, but not a star, but like a thing. But then with an eye, I think it's an eye. It looks like an eye, but apparently he said he froze his hand somehow, but I don't get it. Is this some magic stuff?
Yeah, magic stuff.
Do we want to play a trick on him?
Aaron's eyes just widen. A trick? What you thinking about?
And at that, I'll use thaumaturgy to originate a sound from inside the building. It will sound loud, and it will be attempting to be Bast's voice.
Welcome. Enter.
Does it sound like the voice I've heard a call to me in my head?
Let's see how close it is. I rolled a 20. So
Hell yeah, dog!
by straight serendipity, by just straight assumption alone, you mimic a proximity of the voice of the whispered voice that's been talking to you in your head. That fucked up. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna assume that they couldn't hear it. Because that's the voice in my head, so I would have no reason to believe that they heard that. And I'm going to continue drawing my rune, and then I'm going to sit in it on my knees and begin to pray. Or kind of mutter incantations, I guess would be more along the lines of my character.
The misremembered incantations of wizard spells that you never mastered.
Yeah.
Klaatu,
those.
Barata, Okay then. So the words. By the way, at this point, I want to give everyone an inspiration. This was some amazing roleplay. So make sure to have that on your character sheet. Just to remind you, you get a reroll, and for those emergencies, yeah, this was lovely. Thank you guys. Okay, so Steven, you go to your knees and you start to do your Babel prayer.
Can I roll insight on them?
Definitely.
I want to see how much they're believing everything I'm putting out.
Okay, so everyone else, do a persuasion, deception, or performance, depending on how you actually feel about him in the situation. Whatever one correlates best.
Can I make it an investigation? Or is that an insight?
This is an insight. You're.
All right, that's fair. 13.
I did performance. I rolled a 19, but I have a -3, so that's 16.
Still wins. All right.
Natural one.
So I got an 18 because I did performance. Because at this point now we're playing a joke, like a prank on him, and I'm pretending like nothing happened, or like it's all normal, whatever, or like we're not doing anything wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 18.
Okay. So, Stephen, you're in your prayer, and you kind of peek open an eye, and you kind of look at Thalgris. It's like, oh, I mean, you can't read Thalgris. Thalgris is like a sphinx. And then you look over at Ariana, and it's like, I mean, she's looking the same. God, just the body language can't read her. And you look over at Art and or at Aaron. Aaron's just like. Just can't keep it in. He's just like trying to keep it cool. He's trying to like turn away from you a little bit while he's snickering.
I'll turn and slap Aaron on the shoulder like, idiot.
What, man? Why'd you do that?
Just mutter.
Supposed to be keeping a straight face.
Can I hear that?
Give me a perception check.
Perception. 14 plus. Do.
Yeah.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah,
Why would he need to keep a straight face? It was just like the voice in my head.
So do I realize that he's heard?
Just keep it.
If you'd like to roll insight, this is a lot of like just
I'm
head games.
gonna try to straight face it. So is that a performance?
That would be a performance or deception.
All right. I'll go deception for sure. Deception for sure on that.
And insight.
So insight.
I'm gonna try to play it. Can I try to play it off like I was laughing at something else?
Sure. Give deception or performance.
This I got.
I got an 11.
18! Finally, I won something! And it might be the least important thing I've won tonight!
So yes, you
I'm not
do
gonna
realize.
say what
Oh, sorry. What was that, Art?
I said I rolled too low to even say anything.
You're like, I'm gonna try to play it off. I was laughing at you. I was laughing at you. I mean, I wasn't laughing. But yes, Stephen, you do, or Turquoise Note is like, wait, that, And by the way, the in-canon reason for why Thalgris was able to mimic the voice perfectly is that his goddess fed him a secret without his knowledge. That's I'm going with that.
Okay. I'm gonna...
So we going inside or what?
I'm still a little suspicious because of that little guy that ran away. So if there are things in there that I can probably punch a few times, I do need some more practice. So I won't mind doing that. But
I'm gonna stand tall. I came here for the Eye of Bast. I'm leaving with the Eye of Bast, and I'm gonna walk through that door.
Yeah, the followers of Bast, they're pretty hardcore. They're usually known as the bastards.
Yeah.
Okay, so Steven, you
I'm
walk
rolling
in.
psychic damage. 1 sec.
Oh, that's Is it punitive? Oh, I'm sorry. It's punitive damages. There we go.
I'm rolling another dice. 1 sec.
God, I don't even have
All right,
kids, and I got
so,
all this dad humor.
I mean, you should have 16 or 17 at the rate we're getting tonight.
God, that's a lot of sacrifices. I mean, a lot of mouths to feed. So you
No,
walk
you
in the
were right
door.
Yeah.
So when Turquoise slips through the door, and being a very lithe, small-framed lizard folk, he just slips right in, takes no effort. The rest of you follow suit, or
Definitely.
if my new mama's going, I'm going too.
all right?
Why even continue the game? I'm never gonna be travel mommy.
Play your cards right. You can be travel daddy.
Ooh.
Hey, if you get hurt really bad, you're gonna be travel punching bag.
Oh no.
So the first thing that you guys notice when you enter here is that there's still plenty of tall trees surrounding the area that they do give a canopy of those like broken or not broken. I'm sorry, the crag-looking barren trees, the overlapping branches. There is a lot of shadow still blanketed over this giant chamber. There are streams of sunlight that poke through here and there, but the main thing that you notice is the purple mushrooms, where you didn't really notice any or see any by the door or the actual surrounding area of the keep itself. It seemed to be all kind of just in the woods area, but not in front of the keep. And it's like a 180. It's like you walked in and you're suddenly surrounded by the creep from StarCraft. Like, this stuff is everywhere. It's crawling up the walls. It's covering every surface. You see mounds of what you can only assume are possibly like debris from the cave-ins that had occurred, where there's like downed rocks, but now those are also covered in just this mattress of fungus just all over.
Can I break one off the walls and inhale it? Just inhale the smell?
You recognize the smell quite instantly as the same mushrooms that you've been smelling from the outside, or that you've had dealings with in the outside.
I'm going to turn to the group and say they're feeding off the power of Bast.
The room is 60 feet long and 45 feet wide. There's a few pillars that are kind of still standing, but it's just not keeping up anything. But besides the not undulating, it's not moving. But besides the fungal landscape, which is all different levels of it'd be like rough terrain almost. There's another set of double doors, very similar to the one you just passed through, that is still closed and perfectly pristine. There's nothing on it at all. It's the same ironwood that the other one was encased in. But you do notice that at the base of it, there's like just a bigger mound. Kind of a large mound is at the bottom and base of the door, kind of like keeping it like barred and closed, almost like it's a there's a word I'm looking for. It's in front. It's in the way of big door, big clump, big mound.
And we're all inside there with him, right?
Yes, and you're 60 feet away from that door. That's way down ahead of you, and you're all kind of just gathered at the initial doorway, just kind of because it's kind of a shocking sight. It's definitely like a flip of a coin, a 180 from the immediate environment you just left.
All right. So as I'm walking in shocked, I'm like slowly pocketing more mushrooms. Just stashing more mushrooms in my pockets. Just like,
I'm gonna tug on Thalgris's tunic or whatever and say, "Do you sense anything abnormal?"
The only thing I sense around here is deception.
Mm.
Ariana looks at Aaron. Do not eat those mushrooms.
but yeah, where you gotta tell me this? Why don't
The-
you want me to eat these mushrooms?
Because the lizard lied to you on the raft. You passed out, you fell into the water, and you almost drowned. And we were bumbling idiots and almost didn't save you. So please don't eat the mushrooms again.
So I'm still gonna keep them
Sure.
because if that happened to me, do you think that'll happen to somebody else?
Probably. Could be useful.
You
Yeah,
seem pretty
I'm gonna
dead
keep 'em.
set on continuing to eat them, so I figured it best to just tell you finished them.
But they smell just like my daddy's stew, so I thought it'd be good. But now I know that you, that little dude right down there, you a buck ass liar. And for that, I just go over there and just punch him in the give him like a dead arm, and then just walk back. I ain't gonna kill you, but you just made very bad travel partner. You're not gonna be happy if you do something bad.
Whether you
know.
approve of my methods, it is only my outcome that you have to approve of.
Well, I'm just saying, you mess with me, you gotta remember I got a big family back there, and we ain't that far from my hometown. So
And how sad would they have been had you finished those mushrooms and fallen off the raft yet again, and this time our bumbling, idiotic selves had not been able to pull you up from the depths before you had swallowed enough water to fill your lungs. And what would have happened then, Aaron? Were it not better that I told you that your mushrooms had been finished off and there were no more to eat until we were safely off the raft, or were it better that I handed them right back to you and took the chance? You're welcome, Aaron.
You could have told the truth and told me that what happened. If I knew that these things were gonna do that to me, well, I wouldn't do it again. But you didn't do that. We just lied. So what if I did that again? Then we got attacked and we died. That's all
In
on
fairness, I did not know you better, but now, knowing that you would have followed the instruction, I apologize.
you. Good. Still gonna keep him though.
That's fair.
And, how far is the opening that we came in? So I'm kind of curious. I want to try something.
You're directly at the opening still. You guys are just like within 5 feet of the door you'd just come in. And you also
Alright, and
when you were taking those mushrooms, you're pretty much taking them from like the side wall, because the immediate area around this door is clear. Like you're not stepping in them right now. You guys are kind of all just like in like a little a cleared porch almost area.
Okay. I'm just curious, like how far exactly would my hometown would be exactly? Because I kind of want to see if I could do a signal fire.
I
Just in
believe
case.
it's a little over a week of travel from, or no, it's like 3 or 4 days travel from here.
The signal fire wouldn't be a best idea because it's too far away.
Let's find out. Yeah, it'd be too far away.
Then I walk out there and we're like, well, shit, I forgot where we were, and just walk back in.
I have an idea. Never mind. Some further descriptors. This place is very, very dusty. You see a lot of the dust floating through the streamers of light that are breaking through the branch lines. You do see that there's what looks like possibly old tapestries that were on the wall that look like they're just old dowels now with like a little scraps of cloth here and there that's all very infused in fungus and are illegible.
Can I rip one of those down and grab onto one of the sticks?
They're more like along the side of the walls, like 45. I guess like the width of the place is 45, so like 20 some odd feet to either side. They're along the walls that you'd have to traipse through the fungal mat to get to.
Then never mind. I'll just look over to everybody, over everyone, and like, so are we gonna keep going forward, or are we gonna just camp out here? Because I need to know.
Does anyone have any fire spells we could burn these mushrooms out so we wouldn't have to step all over them?
Yeah, I do.
Is that gonna make your bast or whatever angry?
The books never said anything about mushrooms. As far as I'm aware, they're just kind of feeding off his power. If anything, it might make the Eye of Bast a little more powerful if the power is able to leach out of these mushrooms after they're burnt. I don't know. We're dealing with eldritch magic. I'm kind of out of my element, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
You guys might want to stand back. I'm just gonna cast a firebolt over and over again. It's my cantrip.
You're like, stand back, everyone! I've got this. Hadouken.
Yeah, pretty much. But just that, over and over and over again.
All right, so.
Well, at least that looks like a firebolt spell.
It's like that one. That spell's accurate. Like I can tell you that much. So every little blast you do clears away a 5-foot step. So you cast it a few times, and what direction are you just like heading just straight forward, or are you just kind of like are you clearing like the area around you, like you're mowing a lawn, just like getting the edges?
There's a huge door at the end of this hallway, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess I'm going for that.
Okay. Yeah, he starts. You just see Turquoise Ferguson, just blast, and he just like keeps blasting, and then until it's the extent of his range, and then step forward. I'm assuming. What is the range on the firebolt?
I'm pretty sure it was pretty solid. Yeah, 120 feet. I'm gonna just stand still, baby.
Perfect.
I'm gonna stand right here.
So yeah, staying in one spot. You're like, next. And then about the halfway mark, I've got a train coming by. About the halfway mark, you blast at some of the mushrooms, and it looks like the mushrooms were keeping something pinned down, because now something springs up and stands straight up, and it's about the size of a person. But it's all covered in these mushrooms, and it's hard to make out what it is.
Well, since you think I'm lying anyways, I'm going to go and pick it up.
You're going to walk forward and pick up the...
Yeah, I'm going to go
medium-sized shaped mushroom covered thing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so you walk forward, and yeah, it's almost like you'd see something like a pickle, man. It's just like covered in warts. It's all of these freaking mushrooms covering over something. Go ahead and give me a nature check as you approach closer there.
Okie dokie. What is my nature? What is my... Oh, okay, that's okay. Yeah, we can work with that.
18.
Yeah,
So
we can definitely work with that.
you get closer, and it's definitely not a person. It's there. It looks like another. I don't know, like it's got. It's covered in what looks almost like a purplish flesh, but with pitted holes all throughout it. And seems to run along a longer stalk that goes into the ground. And you also see that what you thought was just the mound of mushrooms, you do see that there are some sort of tendrils that come off of this form that is also covered with the mushroom. So it all kind of blanketed together, but then like as you got closer, you see that there's like a little bit of like movement because it's sprung up and it's still kind of doing this. And you do see that it has like these tendrils that come off of it that are also covered in this fungus. But it's just standing there. It looks like it's the part that's facing you, the part that you can see, is still covered in these mushrooms, but it does look like the opposite side where it had ripped up from, it does look like it is possibly cleared, but to get a good look at it, you would have to position yourself around it.
It does look humanoid from where I am, correct?
It does not look humanoid. It looks the size of a person. It's like 5'5" in height. But it doesn't. It doesn't.
Oh, it is as tall as me. Okay,
it's
that's
like
worrying.
it's kind of a bulbous egg shape on a stand that's covered in this weird purpley flesh that's got this fungus stuff growing off of it.
Well, I know what it means to get close to it. I figured that out. I'm not stupid. But instead of getting closer to it, I want to start blasting more mushrooms around it. See if I can spring up any more of them.
How close around it are you firing?
I want to stay probably about 10 feet on any, so give it like a 10-foot diameter and shoot at the mushrooms outside of a 10-foot diameter. See if I can get a
Okay. So you step forward and everyone else from your point of view, you've seen him blaze a trail and then like a freaking punching bag that's got the sandbar that just keeps wobbling, and he approaches and kind of looks around, and he takes a step back, and then just starts blasting in a circle around it. What are the rest of you doing while he's practicing pyromania?
I go up to, hey, one of the other ones like, do you think what he's doing is a good idea? Because, well, if there are more of those things, and the little dude was scared of them, what do you say? Bad idea?
I don't know. I don't even know what that is.
Agreed. I have no concept of what that could be.
Kind of looks like one of my speed bags, but I could probably, I don't know.
Well,
Like if your speed bag was like left in water to prune up like you're in a bathtub too long, and then left out to die.
Wizard,
yeah, like
what
one of
is
my-
that?
I'm gonna turn and be like, something tells me it's like, okay, it looks like some type of tentacled creature has been overtaken by mushrooms, but the mushrooms are the tentacle creature. My theory is that these are the guardians of Bast. So I'm trying to see if I can unearth more.
Did you say the Gardens of Bast?
Yes, guardians.
Kylian, if they're the Guardians, then why are you saying I'm free?
So we can
Like, if
pay
they're already
tribute.
down there. Should I go punch him? But I talked to, but I'm not pointing towards the. But I'm not pointing to the mushroom. I'm pointing to our little
Turquoise.
friend. I'm
I
pointing to
wouldn't kill
Turquoise.
him. I wouldn't. He's fine.
I'd like to do some insight check
Sure,
on that.
go ahead. Go
right
ahead and
there.
roll an insight, and go ahead, Steven, go ahead and roll a deception.
Oh god.
A lot of mind games. I love it.
I am burdened with glorious purpose. 2 plus 2, 4.
I rolled a 9, so I thought you had
Yeah.
me.
I'm burdened with glorious purpose at the moment.
So, Ariana, you're like, Guardian of Bast, Gardens of Bast. Either way, this is sounding more and more like the same stream of bullshit.
Once you release it, are we gonna have to fight it?
I don't know, and I'm getting more frantic with my firing of the flame of the firebolts. I'm clearly I'm getting a little frantic here. I'm really trying to unearth these things.
Roll an investigation for me there, Turquoise.
Oh, good. My investigation is actually pretty decent. Okay, that's an 18 plus, if I'm not mistaken, a 4.
So,
plus 3, 21.
You're looking over your head and you're like, hey, I'm trying to figure this stuff out. And like, you're blasting and trying to defend yourself. And then you look back to where you've been blasting and you've uncovered that there are remains of a creature buried underneath these mushrooms that you just cleared off.
Can I see what it is?
Do a medicine check.
Medicine. Okay, I think that's not going to go great, but here we go. God damn it! I am rolling like shit tonight. Okay, medicine. Man, I wonder what this is. Medic. That's a 4.
So yeah, you see basically a pile of organic material with obvious a bipedal creature's bones are protruding out of what's left of this biomass, but trying to determine what it was is beyond you, and it's beyond the state of the decomposition. You just can't tell.
I'm gonna start brushing it off while calling over my shoulder. Thalgris, can you identify this? I'm just frantically trying to clean it off as best I can, so when he gets over here, he'll have like a real clear image of it.
I'll wander over.
All right. You get the same description that I gave, unless you wish to give us a rollsy.
That's a 15 for a 19.
It was a small creature. You're assuming it's either like halfling or gnome or goblin or kobold. It is of a small race. Let's see. You said it got a 19 total?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you're pretty safe to assume probably a goblin. You're not 100%, but after the encounter you had outside, probably safe to assume.
I'd say I know what our little friend outside was running from.
It's a goblin?
It looks like it.
I was hoping for tiefling. Cult of Bast was led by tiefling. God damn it! I'm gonna start blasting more areas. I gotta find the remains.
Where are you continuing to blast at?
10-foot diameter around the other one. I'm looking for more guardians.
Okay, so you're doing a 10-foot radius around the discovered goblin now.
Yeah.
Okay. You come across 2 more similar bodies, also in the same state of decay.
Can I assume they're goblins at this point, or am I looking to Thalgris each time I uncover them for confirmation?
Probably. I mean, I'll just give it to you guys. Yes, it is more gobbos in that immediate area. So now you've got a 10-foot wide diameter spread around that center punching bag thing. On the outskirts of the left of that, left and toward and closer to you than, because this is all happening in the middle of the entire room. From the 10-foot wide spread, closer to you on the left side, you found the first one and cleared that out, and found the 2 others in that 10-foot diameter. So you've only basically investigated part of your half of the room.
I'm going to tie my 50 feet of rope around my waist, and I'm going to hand the other end of it to Thalgris. And as I hand it to him, be like, "You're the only one I can trust right now." I am then going to, in my hand, make appear my tome, and I am going to flip through the pages and go, "Guardians, guardians, 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 guardians," and I'm going to approach the guardian.
Okay. So, can you describe this manifestation of this tome? Because this is the first time you're doing it, correct?
Yeah. It just poofs into it, just appears in my hand. It's a book. Looks like any book you'd find in a library. It's like a big leather-bound book. And on the front of it, written in Draconic, is my name.
Beautiful. Okay, so you hand off the rope to Thalgris, and
Yes.
you're going to approach the guardian in the center.
Yes.
Okay. Does anyone else wish to do anything while he's approaching the center of the room?
No, I'm watching.
I'm still like waiting for the signal so I can go punch him.
Okay. Steven, Turquoise gets up to the guardian in the center, and you get right up to it, and it is still looking like a wrinkled testicle covered in mushrooms.
Expedigici!
And that's Italian for...
That is Latin for awaken.
Hey, Latin is a romance language, all right. And so you just say awaken. And...
Sureturusi!
you just
I'm going to flip through my book. I'm flipping.
And are you still on the mushroom covered side of it?
Yeah. Oh, no. Whatever looks like the face. That's
Okay.
what I'm talking.
So when you go around and you actually like take a look at this thing in its full glory,
Where artem expedigici bast?
where's Boss? Where are the other drugs going? All right, so that is what you see.
Oh. Yeah, I'm talking to the face of it. Yeah. I'm talking to the main part of it then.
Okay, you're talking right at it. There's no reaction. There's no movement.
Ones messientia. And I'm going to place my hand upon it. That has burdened me with knowledge, by the way.
Oh.
According to Google Translate.
That's what all that furious typing I was hearing was.
Yeah, baby.
Okay.
What, you thought I sat down for a class before this? Nah, baby.
Man, I took Latin in high school. I didn't remember a thing. Okay, so you see as you like place your hand upon it and burden me with knowledge, you see the weird fleshy pits in it begin to like expand, and the whole thing begins to like grow faintly. Just a slow build up, and then it screeches a howling, high pitched whine that like is at the edge of pain. Like you don't take any actual physical damage, but it is enough that you'd be like, ah, son of a git. It is shrieking at the highest pitch. Dogs 3 counties over are barking.
As that happens, I will pull back on the rope as quickly as possible and as hard as I can.
100%.
All right. Because you were still back near the door, and he had walked around to look at the face of the thing, you pull him, and he smacks into the thing before, like, spinning and recoiling off of it and getting pulled back. And you can move him 15 feet, because it's a voluntary grapple. So you drag him 15 feet away from the center, so he's about 15 feet away from you and away from it. After that shriek, the large mound at the end of the room begins to shift and move and become a very large creature covered in these mushrooms, and it's almost like you can't tell what its front or back is. It has the silhouette of Clayface, if that helps. It's large, it's hulking, it's a mound of these mushrooms as it then turns and faces all of you.
Ego inconvenient notitam. We're gonna die.
Initiative.
Yeah, I thought so.
At that point, I will reach around and touch Aaron on the shoulder and give him advantage on the initiative.
Okay, so you give him a reach around touch and he starts moving faster. Okay. What?
Oh,
15.
15.
Cannot believe you just said that.
What?
I got a 5.
Okay, you got a 5. What'd you get, Steven? Sorry?
15?
15. Okay.
And 16.
16.
And a 2.
2. Beautiful. All right. What did I get? Low. So, good news. Alrighty. Oh, sorry, I had this organized. Mother trucker. Much better. Cool. Okay, so top of the round goes to Art. So a big shambling mound of mushrooms 60 feet away has stood to its height and has turned and is facing all of you.
You know what, guys? I think we're alright. I ain't trying to kill us. What the hell? And I'm like, Ariana, should I punch it or should we leave? We'll leave him. But
I'm not even sure what to do. Well, I think we either flee or fight at this point, so I guess we're fighting.
And I'm going to point out,
So,
the thing is screaming still. It is not stopping. It's not...
I think we're fighting!
okay, here's the thing. Okay, so what I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna post up, basically waiting for something to happen, and if it starts to charge, I want to hold my action so I can charge and attack it if it charges at us.
Okay. Okay. So basically, if it moves within range, you're going to charge and attack it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that. So you just see me post it up.
Okay. So yeah, you've taken a defensive stance and you have a prepared action. Next is Steven. So close. You are so close.
I'm going to spit out a little blood because I'm pretty sure Thalgris probably broke something. And I'm going to say, that's not a child of Bast. And on the thing that's screaming, because I'm pretty sure that's calling something to come kill us, I am going to cast our good friend, no, don't want my actions. I don't need the actions. I need my spells. There we go. I'm going to cast, oh, actually, hold on. Oh, that would be really good. Unless I absolutely destroy my friend's ears.
You are 15 feet away from all of your teammates. You are 15 feet away from the Shrieker in the center, and you are 45 feet away from the big mound.
So hold on, the big mound and the Shrieker are within like 15 feet of each other?
The Shrieker is 30 feet away from the big mound. So it's 60 feet away is main bad guy. 30 feet away is Shrieker. 15 feet away is you. Everyone else is down here.
Okay. I'm going to cast Shatter on the screeching thing. It has disadvantage on its con save of 12 because it's a creature made of inorganic material. Oh wait, hold on. Is it inorganic material?
It is organic. It is a plant.
Okay. So no
disadvantage.
Yeah, no disadvantage, I guess.
All right, just a con check.
Go ahead. Just a con check.
I fail.
Oh, you're going to take 3d8 damage. And that's going to be a total of 8 plus 3 plus 7. 18 damage. As lightning just strikes that son of a bitch.
So you extend your hands out at the Shrieker, and a concussive shockwave of force, a thunder, just emanates from his palms, and the Shrieker splatters. It just purple juice flies in all directions, and that 10-foot area radius that he'd been clearing away was a circle, and now that circle is like doubled in the size. There's a much more bigger cleared area now. Yeah, no, that Shrieker's gone. Just completely splatterized.
Beautiful. And, can I... Where is it? I know I have it. God, is it Hex? Is it Hex? Is that the one?
I believe so. That's the bonus action one.
Yeah, but I wasn't Hex. Which one is my bonus action? I'm looking at the bonus action. One action, and one action. Which one is my little bonus action, boy?
Is it one of your Warlock abilities?
Oh, there it is. It was Hex. It was 100% Hex. Okay. You had it right. I'm going to Hex the mound.
And let's see. That's just making disadvantage on an ability check? Or
yeah, and if it's a mound, if it's a mound of, I'm gonna say, Dex. I'm gonna go with Dex.
All right.
I'm gonna go with Dex. I can keep my distance.
Hex and Dex. Okay. Just gonna double check. Look at the spell. No, Hex pays a curse on the creature. You deal an extra d6 necrotic damage to the target whenever you hit it with an attack. Also,
Yep.
that's the part that I forgot. So you choose an ability score. Cool. All right. So bad decks. Roger that. Okie dokie. Any movement from you?
I am the closest to it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna run as far away from it as possible. I am not a close-up smacker. I am a far-distance thrower.
All right. So if you're running like fully in the opposite direction, you would basically meet up with your friends at the doorway.
Perfect.
All right. Then it is. Oh, it's one of mine. So the area that you just blasted with shatter, and had cleared away other areas, you see that the creeping mushroom begins to like flow, like take a snail's gooey liquidy movement but then accelerate it by 300 as it starts to creep and climb and grow and slime its way over those 3 goblin cadavers as they rise into shambling goblin skeleton fungal people. So delicious.
I'm starving.
The technical term for them is a spore servant.
A spurvant, if you will.
A spurvant. Though all 3 of them only move 15 feet towards you guys, so they're ranging between 15 and 20 feet away from you guys as they're drawing in. They move almost like zombies. They're just kind of held together by the mushrooms, fungus. You do see the semblance of what their faces were. There's no eyes. If the nose has been eaten away down to the skull, but like there's still flesh attached to like the jaws and the scalp with like tufts of hair hanging here and there. But it's also that same purple ooze that you've seen from the destroyed fungus, and also smeared on the tabard of the goblin that was outside. You do see like it is just out of the eyes, ears, nose, mouth, all of the orifices is just bleeding out this purple like streaming goo. It's almost like Ghostbusters 2 with the river of slime.
Hot.
Gotta paint those word pictures. But they move closer to you guys, but don't get to attack. Then it is it's sorry, Steven. It's Marlo.
Hey. Are these undead creatures by chance?
I believe they are technically classified as plants.
Oh,
They
okay.
are
Never
plants
mind.
and not undead.
Dang. Okay, cool. I am going to pull my viol around and start playing this very fast, very assault your ears tune. And these notes start to like come out as sort of waves of almost a fog, and they start beating towards and I think so you said we're like 30 feet. How far are we from the screaming thing?
The screaming thing is destroyed. The screaming thing was
right. Okay.
30 feet ahead of you,
right.
in the middle of the room.
Mm-hmm. So then they're the big, huge, like clay face thing.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is that?
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay, so that's within range. So I'm this fog sort of comes out, and instead of looking like a fog that sort of rolls, it looks more like a points start coming out.
Oh.
It's like, and so as it targets, as she targets this thing, and this fog sort of starts to creep around it, she's casting Cloud of Daggers.
Dope. Love that spell. God, you know
So-
you're really like crafting the wind and the sound. You're like Aerosmith.
So let me do.
Sorry.
Yes. Creature takes 4d4 slashing damage when it enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there. So, and it creates a 5-foot cube on each side.
So yes, it's a 5-foot area you place directly in the middle of this thing, and since it's first sprung up, it immediately takes damage. So yeah, go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage.
9 damage.
9 dams. All right.
Delicious damage.
Demange. So as you as these daggers start to flow and form out of the mist in the air as they start to strike into the beast and then start spinning in place, just shredding wildly. A lot of the extra piles of mushrooms starts getting filleted off of this beast, and its true form is showed, and it's a giant myconid. It's a giant mushroom man. Giant mushroom man.
Aw, he has a good personality. You can tell.
His eyes are so soft. He just falls
There's
into them.
just some. Maybe it's Maybelline.
So yes, you have revealed this giant myconid. And yeah, it shreds up, and it just kind of takes it and just kind of looks down at itself, and then just looks right back up like, huh? What happened? Is there any bonus actions or movement you would like to take? No? Okay. Then it is its turn. And it's whenever it starts its turn, correct? Cloud of Daggers?
Yes, when it starts its turn. Or
Go
moves in.
ahead and give me another another dams.
14.
Ooh! Alright. Way better. So, shing, 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 just starts spiraling out. And your character's reminding me more and more of the musicians from Kung Fu Hustle. Just like, I'm gonna manifest skeletons out of the air, like, with my music, it'll be fine. Okay, so, yeah, it starts its turn there, and it just starts charging forward, and it is going to do a double movement, dashing forward, trying to move 60 feet. It only can get 30 feet before Art, your action triggers as you see him, dum, 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 and you're like, ah, and just charge right at him. Go ahead and give me your attack roll. You've now moved 30 feet. You're now right up with him, right in the middle. I guess I should say it. Doesn't really have a gender.
I tripped.
No!
I got a 3.
Okay, you didn't trip. So, you come running up to hit him, and you kind of bounce off of him as he's like, he's twice the size of you. You just kind of get bounced off to the side, and he just continues just trucking straight forward. And let me double check here.
Oh, technically, it's a 6, but yeah, it's still.
So you bounce off of him as he charges right past you, and he goes charging straight for Thalgris, the biggest looking thing in the room. It gets up to you, but it doesn't get to actually attack this turn. And stinking train. But now it is your turn, Styx.
At this point, I'll look around the group and I will hold up my amulet and just say the words, "Mistress, we ask for your guidance and benevolence, and bless on every single person, including myself." And then as a bonus action, I will create an image of a blade that is the shape of the first moon, or it's a crescent-shaped blade, and it will appear as my spiritual weapon and make an attack against this creature.
It'll take 5 damage.
All right, so this shadowy purple light emanates from your amulet, and the light washes over your comrades and yourself, and then from that same purplish light, just dipping through reality itself, comes this blade, and then it just as it exits out from its rift, it just slowly sinks its blade into the Myconid. Do you wish to do any movement?
I will just move up so that it actually is directly in front of me if it's not already.
It is. It is directly
Okay, so
in
then
front of you.
I will stay right there.
Did you roll for advantage with your specialty weapon or your magical weapon?
I did not. I rolled it as normal, and I actually forgot to give you the roll. It was a 14 that I rolled.
Oh.
But I get the +4 and the bless as well. So
Yes, you do hit. And definitely roll for that advantage because you're flanking with it with your own blade, and fish that crit. See if you can get it.
No, didn't get it.
Okay. But yes, it sinks in, does the damage. Once again, it doesn't seem to react to the pain. It's just more of acknowledges, like, oh, that hit me, that stabbed me, huh? No real physical reaction. Let's see here. All right, then we go to top of the round with Art. So he's now 30 feet behind you. But then there's also within 10, 15 feet of you are also 3 of the goblin spores.
Okay, so I see the big dude right in front of Thalgris, and basically he's near my friends, right?
Yes.
And then the little guys are by me.
Yes.
So,
they're off to the side, but still between you and your friends. Like, you were able to run past them during your initial attack because they were just off to the side. But they're so they're not directly in your path. If you're trying to get directly to your friends, you could run right past them.
All right. So, because there's this big thing trying to attack my friends, I'm gonna pick myself up. I don't know. I wasn't falling, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna like shuffle off my feet quickly and just bolt straight towards the Myconid. But I'm not gonna necessarily attack it. I want to jump up and get on his shoulders. Like,
so you're gonna grapple,
kind of like a chokehold. Yeah, I'm gonna grapple.
All right, roll an athletics check. This isn't good for me.
That's a 17 plus 3. That's a 20.
Whoa! 17 plus 1, you win. So yeah,
right,
you
I'm on.
Jump on its back and you grapple a hold of it and rear back, and it's like so yeah, successfully grappled. Do you have a bonus action or second attack or anything?
I do have. I could use my bonus actions to technically do a second attack action, but if I was thinking, can I like use my weight to like pull him back to the ground?
So that would be are you trying to knock him prone? Like drag him, like laying down?
Yeah, I'm trying to get him down. Yeah.
Go ahead and just do an attack action with advantage.
All right, that is a 17. 17.
17 hits. So you've jumped on his back and then just yanked back as hard as you can, and it Frankensteins and then teeters back, and you are able to like just kind of lunge out of the way as you've dragged him to the ground. And technically, you're still maintaining your grapple, so you've pulled him down, and then you're still got like your like elbow pinned onto like the neck of the thing.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, I'm just pinning him down the whole time, kind of like in an MMA kind of like chokehold kind of thing.
You make me so happy.
I want to ask him like, I want to be on it like, I don't know where your ear is. Like, hey, first off, do you know who Yo, little dude, what's the thing's name?
What?
Your god thing. What's the name?
I don't have a god personally. Who are we talking about? Oh,
The one.
do you mean Bost? I don't think he's
Yeah,
associated. Something tells me this particular individual is not associated.
There are no gods in Bast Sing Se.
All right, thanks for having me
All
on.
right.
Bye, guys.
All right, then I'm just gonna stay there and just hold on to him, like, and just ask him like, do you know Based?
All right, yeah, you've got him pinned to the ground. Are you maintaining your hold, or do you wish to move away from them?
No, I'm holding him down. I'm not gonna let him move.
Okay. Then Steven, it is your turn.
I am going to be casting Toll of the Dead on the big dude,
Ooh.
which he has taken damage, correct?
Yes, he has.
All right, that makes this a 1d12 instead of a 1d8.
And that just
And
automatically
I'm
does
going
damage.
to-
I don't do any rolls.
He has to a wisdom. Wait, hold on. In range, it sounds target must succeed wisdom saving throw of a 12.
It makes it.
All right, he's safe.
No half damage or anything.
Nope,
Okay.
he's just good to go.
So you send out with your mind's eye, and you ring the proverbial bell of the dead, but the sound seems muted to your ears when you cast it, as if the sound itself was absorbed by the spongy flesh of the myconid. Any movement or bonus actions?
Can I throw a sickle?
That is an attack action. You have already taken that.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Huh. Do. Nope, I'm good for now, I think.
Okay. All right. Then it is my monstrous myconid men, and the three will reach over and they'll trudge their way and get to you, Turnbuckle, and they begin to swarm over you like a zombie film. What is your AC currently?
It's 11.
Okay. So as they all clamber over, and their hands are just like it's like fighting with a toddler. They're just kind of like, but one just like hooks you and like fish hooks your face because you're still holding onto the myconid, and it just grabs your face and starts to like pull at you. Oh crud! I forgot to pull up the damage for it. Ooh, take 7 points of damage. He fish hooked you real good in the face. Marlo, it is your turn.
So, ooh, let's see. The big guy that's now pinned, the Myconid, that was the right word, right? Did I just say that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's going to change from having played that very daggery song to a more like something where her hands are, you're not even sure how her hands are moving that fast. She's getting something and it sounds very, the notes don't go together, they sound really wacky. It sounds like somebody is just
Jazz.
yeah, it's got a weird backbeat to it, and this sort of slinks out and goes to the Myconid, and she is casting Dissonant Whispers.
Ooh, nice.
First level.
Okay.
The song you play is "I Ran So Far Away" by a flock of seagulls.
I'm just gonna have to I need to get like just the full list of like all of their songs, and we just need to like name every episode after a song now. Like, this is just. What do I need to roll?
Wisdom saving throw of 14 is the save DC. What?
So yeah, I fumble hard. So go ahead. What Dissonant Whispers?
So this, I'm not sure how that works when he's grappled, because I assume he's still grappled.
He is still grappled.
So it says on a failed save takes 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far away as its speeds allows away from you. But if he's grappled, I don't think he can do that.
Okay. So yes, no, he cannot move. It cannot move, but you do the dams definitely.
7 damage.
7 dams.
So at this point, am I hanging on to a giant wriggly thing at this point because he's like freaked out?
Yeah, it is definitely like fighting to get out, because before it was just like, I'm on the ground now, and then the horrible music starts playing, and it's just and you don't know if it's like a fear response or if it's just like it hit a frequency that it just doesn't align with its nature. Any movement or bonus action from you?
Yeah, so I'm going to let out another and then like do bardic inspiration on Thalgris.
All right.
I think I still had one from last week, so if you wanted to choose somebody else.
Oh, you do? Does that last for 10 minutes? So does it still?
Okay, so
Yeah, if that's the case, it would have gone away after you guys had your long rest.
Oh, okay. So yes, Thalgris.
Give me 1 minute, everyone. I just need to check on one thing real fast.
One minute.
You know, what are you guys looking like on crowd control spells?
I've got a few.
Okay, good. I was because I have one who also kills you guys, so I was really hoping one of you could cover us on this one. Because, oh boy, did I not want to use mine!
I don't have to take my partner to work, so we're good now. just had to double check on that. Okay, so after playing the discordant music and rocking its ear holes, we go to... Oh, it. Okay, so it is going to attempt to, I need another athletics check from, actually, no, No, never mind. I'm changing that. Hold on. Okay. All right. Turnbuckle. I need you to do a DC 12 con check. Con save.
You can add a D4.
Oh, actually, and also Thalgris, you also need to make this save.
So I got 18, but I could add the D4. So that's a 20.
Excellent. Thalgris?
So I rolled a 1, which makes it a 5, and then I rolled my D4, and that was a 1. 6.
All right.
See, eating those mushrooms was a good idea.
All right, so, Art, first off, I'm going to attack you with disadvantage. I fumbled, so that's great. For funsies, since it was an attack against you, Art, give me a percentile, like a D100 roll.
I got a 70.
70. Okay. So it's trying to get up, and it starts to like try to get its arms underneath its weight and try to lift up, and it tries to like reach up and grab you, but you just keep like squirming away, and it finally its own strength gives out as it just flumps straight to the ground, and spores pour out of it, and Turnbuckle, you've already been kind of inoculated to these spores, having tasted them firsthand. But unfortunately, Thalgris, you start hallucinating. You start seeing things in the air. You are incapacitated for 1 minute, but you may make a saving throw every turn. And let's just double check on incapacitated. But I know it's not good. You cannot take actions or reactions. But you can still move. So it slams down on the ground and it puffs up and it starts swirling about, and the spores in the air start getting caught in the streams of sunlight, and then they start making images, and you start seeing the old carvings and hieroglyphics after Shar and her teachings. And they start floating through the air, and you can swear they're teaching you knowledge, but you can't really read the words, because I don't know if you've ever tripped before. It's hard to read. So yeah, and so everyone else looks up. The spores comes out, and Art just starts coughing a little bit, and then turns his head. But you guys all see Thalgris' eyes just get just super big, and he just gets this like kind of half-cocked grin on his face as he just kind of stares into the air, like, oh.
We gotta kill that thing.
And that is its turn.
You kill it or just keep it and get real high?
Styx, it is your turn. You may make your saving throw again.
I am going to use the Bardic Inspiration.
Nice.
Is that a D8? Altogether with the
D6.
bless.
Oh, D6. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll drop 2 off then. It'll be 17.
17. All right, and as soon as you're like trying to read the words, and you swear you have been given an insight into the fabric of the universe. And book, it's gone. And you knew you had the answer, but you couldn't tell anyone, and you can't really remember it. And that is your turn. You do have movement, though, if you'd like to act on any movement. Right now, there's the 3 myconid goblin spore creatures that are kind of like all like baby slapping Turnbuckle, while the myconid's like just shuffling and undulating.
When you say I don't have an action, can I move my weapon, my spiritual weapon?
That is a bonus action.
Yep.
That's a tough. You know what? Just roll me a d20 because I don't know the rule on that.
A 3.
Yeah, just couldn't concentrate. You know, the God was talking to you.
I will move to wherever positions me between as many as possible.
Okay, perfect. You will take a flanking position to a couple of the gobos on opposite of Art. And then it goes to the top with Art.
I want to try to talk to it again. It was like, hey, so I'm trying to think you don't know what Vast is, but question, why are you here? You know, kind of curious.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Okay, so I got a natural 20, but I have a -2. So
You got a natural 20. I'm gonna roll with it, even with skills. So the thrashing, it doesn't stop because it's a magical effect that's trying to make it run away. But you do sense that like its franticness of it. It's like it was like, and now it's like that vacant kind of feeling and look to it has shifted to like, wait, what? Like it is, you notice there is acknowledgement to the words that you said. And you're gonna maintain the grapple?
yeah, I'm gonna try to maintain a grapple and
You don't have to roll anything.
just tight enough to keep him. Yeah, I just want to maintain the grapple, but also want to see until he calms down.
Okay.
See if we can hold on to him until he calms down.
Okay. And
And we're like,
then,
hey guys, I think he understands this.
Marlo. Oh no, I'm not sorry. Sorry, Steven. Steven the Demon.
How flammable are mushrooms?
Well, I mean, you've been burning them. They seem to be doing all right. They burn like most other things burn. It seems like.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the big dude. And on a hit, target takes 1d10 fire damage, and a flammable object hit by the spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried. It is not being worn or carried.
It is.
It is. It is. I don't know what you want to do with that. I'm just giving you the info. And we're rolling that d10.
Yes. Roll your attack first.
Oh, right. That would make a lot more sense, wouldn't it? All right. And we're rolling that. 15 plus 6.
That hits.
And now we're going to roll the d10. Roll your dice. Please don't be a 3. 8. Yay.
8. All right. So, this creature is visibly damaged. It looks like many of the gills have been cut from it. If it was a regular person, you would say they would look almost bloodied. For those of you at home who might not be complete D&D aficionados, being bloodied means that you can visibly recognize that someone is at half health or lower.
Can I use my bonus action to change the hex to a strength hex?
That's a good question. Can we do that?
I don't know. I'm kind of reading it, and I was wondering. There's not anything about it. If he goes to 0 hit points, I can use a bonus action to change it to another creature,
Yeah.
and I would be able to pick one there. So that's where my logic was. But it's up to you.
Yeah, no, it looks like basically when you cast it, you choose one. You've chosen the one already.
Fine by me.
So yes, you burninate. It takes it, and it definitely looks very charred. It doesn't quite flambe as you were hoping. Just a regular scorch, as if you're burning anyone else. Is there any movement or anything that you would like to do?
No, I'm good.
All right. So now that dang train. Okay, so the gobos, the one that already fish hooked Aaron is going to continue to try to rank on your face. And what's your AC? 11? Okay. It continues to just keep pulling on your face, and it took my dice. And my dice, they fell so far away. All right, take 5 more points of damage there, Turnbuckle. Yeah, as it ranks on your face and pulls you back even farther, you look straight up, and it's just like its necrotic face is just looking down at you, and just purple streamers ick from its face, trying to drip onto you. And then the other 2 break off from formation, and they go to attack Steven and Ariana and Turquoise.
Cowards.
So first one for Turquoise. That's a crit.
No, it wasn't. You're being silly.
9 damage, because I rolled a 1 on one of those dice. So,
thank God.
So the one that veers off, it turns and it reaches for you and swipes at you and mostly misses, except it grabs just your pinky and then just breaks it back, and that's where that crit is. Just so you got pinkies up further than it should.
I'm gonna kill him.
All right, and Ariana, what is your AC?
Yes, 13.
And this one just stumbles forward, and you're just kind of like, no, and just kind of push your Viola like away, like just keeping him like, just can't quite reach you. You keep him pushed away. And then after them, it is the big boy's turn. Okay. The Micah is going to reach out and attack with disadvantage at Thalgris that's in front of him. It's just its arm, which is like longer than it's like kind of like how gorillas are shaped, how their arms are much longer than they should be, and it or as it should be, it's compared to humans, and it reaches out and it tries to grab at you for an attack.
The idea that nature has a set arm length and gorillas defy God for extra arm length, that is the world I want to live in.
So I was trying to break away from the standard preconceptions of human Earth based comparisons. Filthy Humie. Not you, obviously. So the it reaches out for you, and it can't get a grip on your greaves. It's trying to grab at your leg, and then it spores out again, and you're all within 30 feet of it as the spores flow out, and then you all hear, "Must open." Like, in your mind, you all just hear, like, "Must open." And that's all, it just says that periodically. "In my way, must open."
You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
I just got confirmation what we were looking for is here.
That is its turn. And so we're back at the top of the round. Or no, we're Styx. We're now at Styx, who can do something.
So I will reach forward after seeing this creature reach out at me, and I will reach down and touch it, and drawing upon the inner rage of Shah, tendrils of dark purple necromantic energy will wrap itself around the creature, and I will say,
Shah will have her vengeance.
And I will cast Inflict Wounds.
Awesome.
At 2nd level.
Do I need to make a roll, or is that an attack?
It's an attack.
Okay.
And that's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Just barely, though. I mean, it is so close.
For 25 damage, I got 2 10s.
Thalgris, how do you want to do this?
Literally, with the energy of the tendrils, will basically spread every single part of its body apart, and it just rips it asunder.
Just tendriling up into it and just shredding it. Oh, that's beautiful and horrible. Thank you.
But so am I just laying there with like a head in my arms?
He's kind of holding onto
While
a
the rest of the
torso, like a top half. Like he bifurcated it. It was like a Mortal Kombat finisher.
Finish him.
And then as a bonus action, I will move my spiritual weapon over to the nearest gobbo creature and make an attack at it.
Yes, please.
That would be an 11 to hit.
An 11 does not hit. So as the body gets torn open and the sword was still floating there, because that's where it had last stabbed into the beast, it then slowly turns and tries to sink itself into the nearest gobbo target and just literally slips between some open rib cage and misses all structural integrity.
And I'll stand where I am.
Okay. Turnbuckle.
Well, then I guess at this point I had to toss this like corpse at this point. Like, I almost got to him. We didn't have to kill him. Last time.
Remember, try saying that again like this.
Okay. So guys, I gotta bang that. You can't. It you know what? I'm just gonna throw it away. That's okay. I'm gonna. Yeah, okay. Then I just push the body away, and then I'm gonna basically look to the guy that's grabbing onto my face, and be like, "Are you? Guess what?" then I basically grab the arm, and then I pull him in. Now but I'm pulling him in. Then I'm gonna go for a punch towards the face.
Okay, all
My
right.
first attack. First hit goes for 11.
Is that with the D4?
Oh yeah, add your bless.
D4, okay. That is a 15.
A 15 to hit is just what you
Mhm.
need.
Okay. All right, for the first hit, that gives me total of 3 damage, and then I am going to use my key point, or at this point, we can call it grit, and I'm going to go for my newly evolved version of Flurry of Blows called the 1-2-3 special. Just wail on him. I'm just going to wail at him. So I'm going to go for 3 hits. All right, so that brings it. That's my first hit for my new flurry is a 18.
That hits. And you already did
And with
3
this
damage,
skill-
correct?
Yeah.
And
But with this version, each attack that hits, I roll with advantage
ooh,
for each following hit.
okay. So yeah, give me the damage on that second one.
It's 2.
All right, all right. It's still standing. It doesn't look good.
All right, that is a 20.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, so that is going to be a 4. Well, yeah, that's 4.
4 damage?
For the second hit. Yeah, it's 4 damage for the second hit.
Okay, so on that hit, so you did your regular hit, and you're like, hey, and you turn, and you pop him one, and it kind of staggers back, and then you go for your combo, and you get your 1, and you get your 2, and the head just blocks right off and flies off the rest of its body, and you still got your last number 3 punch, and there is another gobbo within 5 feet of you.
All right. Well, then I go swing at him.
Haymaker!
That's another 15, so I hit on that one.
Choo, clutch.
And that is a 4 on that.
Okay, so on the one that you clobber with the haymaker, you hear like the neck just, and the head starts to swivel, and it's got its chin on the back of its shoulder, but it's still up.
And everyone can just start hearing a little heavier, like a heavy breath. Just...
Any movement?
I'm focused on actually. No.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna stay right there and kind of keep my eye on the guy I just punched.
All right, keep an eye on the target. Stay on target.
How many are left?
There are 2 of the spore gobbos,
Duly noted.
and it is your turn.
I am going to...
Run so far away.
Yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to cast... I really want to cast this one, but I will kill all of my teammates by doing so.
I mean, is it
I'm
centered
gonna
on
go-
you, or?
Yeah,
Okay.
It is. No, I'm gonna cast Firebolt at the one that just broke my pinky, and say, "Don't touch me again."
All right, so that's the one that hasn't taken any damage.
Yeah,
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
100%. And that's a +6. 14. Damn it! I am gonna move the hex to him though, and make it a strength hex. Since the other guy died, I can move it.
Okay, okay. Did you add your D4 bless to your attack roll?
And I just did, so now it's an 18.
You hit.
Wow, crazy how that happens.
Bless his baller.
I feel like I have been #blessed. Tweet it. And then my roll for damage came in, and I got #cursed. No, 4.
All right, 4.
4 damage.
So, you're dead. And your firebolt comes out a little awkward, but you literally core a hole in its chest, and it's smoldering with like a little bit of fire in there, and just doesn't phase it as it continues to try to come after you. Do you have any movement or bonus action? Oh wait, you used your bonus action to shift the curse to strength. Any movement for you?
Nope, I'm good for now.
Okay, it is their turn. So the one that is that had attacked Ariana and then got sucker punched by Turnbuckle will turn to Turnbuckle and swing at him. And that is a hit. Oh, mother. 3 damage to the Turnbuckle. As
He tickles you.
You swung with the haymaker and clocked it around, and its head had turned, and then it just turns its whole body so that its face is now facing you, and then the rest of the body catches up as it comes and rakes you across the chest. The one on Steven will continue to advance upon you with disadvantage. I am going to assume that, let's see, 8... Does a 12 hit you?
It does not.
What? Art, why is your AC so low?
It's a 14.
No, I was saying Art's. Like, why is Art's so low?
I rolled horribly, so I had to choose the 2 best ones to put on the main things I needed for this class.
Okay, cool. No, I just wanted to make sure that like we didn't like miss anything when the character was getting made. Okay, so yeah, it misses you there, Stephen. So that guy's dead. It goes to Marlo.
That's me.
That
me. The one that is engaged with Aaron. He's engaged, like he's in like within that same range of me. We're kind of like flanking him, right?
Yes. You're kind of like fighting around.
I'm going to now if I unsheath the weapon, that doesn't give him like an attack of opportunity or anything like that, right?
No.
Okay. So I'm going to pull my rapier out, and as I go to pull it from my belt, I'm going to use that as sort of like a one-handed backswing type motion and try to hit him. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh, a draw cut. Very nice.
Let me see what we got here. Let me see. Strength. Oh, I'm not a very strong person. 12.
If it's a rapier, it's also you can use it's finesse. You can use your dex bonus for damage instead.
Oh. Yeah, 15 then.
15 damage?
Oh, no, I meant
15 to hit.
To
yes.
roll to hit.
Yes, you do hit.
Yeah. Nope. I keep having to find new dice. Ah.
Yeah, I literally lost 2 of my d20s during this. I was like, how? How did I do this?
9? Yeah, 9.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Yeah, so I imagine as as she pulls it out and she does this sort of, backhand motion and just makes it an upward and rightward strike. It just kind of cuts into him, like through the bone matter. Slice. I wish it, was one of those anime moments where you like, shink, and then it's like nothing happens, and then they like slide apart.
I do love those videos where it's like people going, and then something falls in half. Okay, so all we have left is the one with Steven. And you still have a bonus or a move action there, Ariana.
Oh, yeah. I will let this beautiful out as I do this, and give inspiration to let's see. Yeah, to Turquoise. I'll give it to Turquoise since he's engaged with that other guy.
You feel the power of rock flow through you.
The amount of thought that went into who got the inspiration's hilarious. I guess he's being murdered. Fine. Fine.
All right, and Styx, unless you had some movement you wanted to do. Marlo, was there any movement that you wanted to do?
I'm sorry, that question was directed at me. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay. So, Thalgris.
All right, so I will reach out towards Aaron, who has actually taken a couple of hits. And I will cast a Cure Wounds.
Good man.
Well, it's better than nothing. You get 4 hit points back. And then as a bonus action, my Sacramental Vindicator weapon will move in and make an attack against the last creature.
Excellent. It has advantage.
That would be a 23 to hit.
That hits it.
And that is 8 damage.
How does it finish it?
It is going to hook it right in the side of the mouth like its friend was doing, and just do you want to see how I got these scars?
You want to see how I got these scars? You see, me and my brother used to play water polo. Marco Polo, as you might know it. And I was running along the poolside. Marco, and then I fell in. And it gave me these. I mean, look at me. Look at me! Anyway, sorry.
I thought you were going to go for a, want to know how I got these scars? You see, my father was a mushroom.
Okay, so the defacing of the last spored goblin corpse leaves the rest of the battlefield to a quiet, except for the panting, breathing air that you guys are all sucking in. Everything else is dim and quiet now. Maybe a little bit of smoldering sound from one of the gobbo chests, like being a little on fire. And the voice in your guys' head that was like, must open, is now still there, but it's so much quieter. It's like, open, please, open. I need to open. It's my duty to open. But they're all very faint, like hearing like light droplets of rain in a pool of water. Has like bloop, 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 bloop. Very light, but you can hear constantly this little chatter of open.
I'm assuming they're talking about the big doors? I mean, I'm running over to those big doors. I gotta get them. I mean, I'm opening them. I gotta open them.
I want to grab him as he's ready.
Repeat that? I'm sorry.
Once I see Turquoise running, I want to just grab his shirt or something.
Make a grapple check and make a grapple or acrobatics check to defend yourself against.
All right.
Unless you want to be grabbed. I mean, then you can just opt for no rolling.
Uh,
So 13 plus.
can I do a dex to wriggle out?
That is what the acrobatics / athletics check
Oh, okay,
is.
okay. Oh, gotcha. Perfect. All right, I'll take it.
And
I just grab him, I drag him over.
well,
and I wanna
what
be
was your
like,
Oh,
result?
13. I'm a 13.
13.
So that's a 14 plus so 13, 1. So yeah. 14.
Okay, so yeah, he just barely manages to grab you by like the back of the collar of your robe, just and he does prevent you from running further on ahead. So you guys are still within like the first 15 feet of the large room that you're in.
Give me 1 sec.
Right. Well, I just want to pick him up, and if I can, just like look at him in his face and be like, "All right, so you almost got us killed. All right, so is this a good thing that we're doing or not? And don't try to lie, because if you lie, I'm gonna kick your ass."
This is neither good nor bad. This is about finding an artifact. Now, put me down so I can go find it.
How about this? I hold you. I'll stick you forward, and then I'll walk with you. All right. I ain't
Okay.
letting you go by yourself.
Let me try this one more time. And hold on, let me make sure I can do this properly.
Anyone else while they're having their shenanigans by the others?
Okay,
I
you guys can
think
hear me,
I'm
right?
watching this go down.
How?
Okay.
How bright is it in here?
It's not dark, like you don't have trouble seeing. It's overshadowed, I would say. It's lit, but it's canopied in shadow from the branches above.
I'm going to turn to Art, and I'm going to say, let me be very clear right now. Put me down.
Roll an intimidation?
Okay. That is a 12 plus 2, so 14.
What do I roll against it, or do I?
Do a will save.